Well, good afternoon. So, Diecast Loonie issued a challenge, your vintage castings. And as you guys know, I do not have a lot of vintage castings. So this is going to be a fairly short video. It was 5 to 10 of your favorite vintage castings. Well, I don't know about my favorite, but so I'm going to start off with this one. So this is a Matchbox Speed Kings K23 Mercury Commuter, made in England, copyright 1970. And so to me, I know this is a Mercury Colony Park, and it says commuter there. Mercury, as far as I know, never called it that. This rough shape, 143rd, roughly 143rd scale, casting by Matchbox. I had this in the smaller 1/64th scale, or roughly 1/64th scale, when I was a kid. I bought this at a toy show a few years ago, a very little toy toy convention or show, not far from me, because I was very nostalgic for it, and still am. I like this. It's a little rough, but it's all there. The door's open. When I was a kid, they didn't, because I had the 1/64th. I think only the larger scale one has the luggage rack. I did not paint this, but it looks like the previous owner did the taillights, a little silver on the handle and where it says Mercury, and little silver on the wheels and on the black luggage part of it. So that's sort of cool. It is a vintage casting. So the challenge, as I understand it, was castings from the 60s, 70s, or 80s. So this one sort of qualifies. And they're all going to be Matchbox. I don't have any Hot Wheels from that era. So this is a Ford LTD police car. Matchbox Ford LTD, Matchbox International Limited, made in Thailand, 1987, scale of 169. And again, well worn. This is one that I rescued. A friend of mine was going to throw out a bunch of Hot Wheels and Matchbox. And so I stopped him and said, no, don't throw these out. Some of these could be. So I picked out the ones that I knew were worth a few bucks. And I said to him, here, hold on to these. Give them to your kids. Or I said, don't throw that out. That's worth something. And so he let me snatch a couple of the ones that I didn't really think were worth anything. And I figured that well-worn LTD is not. And you will recognize a couple of these other vehicles because I did a video on them not long ago. And these are recent eBay finds. This beautiful blue Mercedes 450 SEL, copyright 1979. Matchbox Superfast number 58. Opening doors. And this was purchased used, loose, so no box or any type of package or anything. It came wrapped in bubble wrap, but pretty decent shape. A little the steel base is a little pitted, but not in bad shape. I don't see any paint chips, but I don't have the most detailed eyes. So to me, this looks in pretty damn good shape. And this would have been like the tail end of my childhood, this 450 SEL. This is one in the exact color I had when I had one of these as a kid. This is the Citroen SM. So Matchbox Superfast, number 51 Citroen SM, made in England, 1971, Lesney Products, patent number. There's the patent number. And this also has opening doors. The trailer hitch is gnawed off, but that's okay. As a kid, I gnawed that off myself. There are a few paint imperfections, chips here and here, but I bought this for nostalgia's sake, not for any. I will never sell any of my cars. They will leave my collection when I leave my collection. That's pretty much true of the entire collection. Other than some of the newer main lines, I may swap or give to friends. Most of these cars will, I'll never let go of. And so the last of the five for this vintage is this really nice Ford Cortina. So Matchbox Superfast number 55, Ford Cortina, made in England, copyright 1979. And again, the this one, the trailer hitch is in good shape. The doors open. This is actually right-hand drive, as it should be. Again, I bought this loose on eBay. Came wrapped up in paper towel and plastic. Looks real nice to me. And I don't see a scale, but I know that this is a little big for scale. I mean, the Mercedes I think is small for scale, and the Cortina, yeah. I mean, my European friends will tell me that a Ford Cortina is nowhere the size of a Mercedes 450 SL. But this is, this is Matchbox. I always like, you see how you can, I mean, they're not painted, but you can read Cortina, 2.5L, Ford, you can read the number plate. On the front, you can read the number plate, and you can see the Ford blue oval there in the center, just bare metal. So these are the only 5 vintage castings in my collection. I've seen some other videos and a casting going back to the 60s and some beautiful things, some real treasures. So thank you for showing your vintage cars. This is my meager attempt. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you later.